think better. Member FDIC.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
A great pair. Really honored that you guys are doing this, listening over here in Jonesboro.
In Arkansas, we know the value of hard work, community, and service. Steve Womack has been a steadfast voice for us in Congress, always putting our needs first. From supporting local businesses to investing in our schools, Steve Womack has been there every step of the way. On November 5th, vote to re-elect Steve Womack, a proven leader, a trusted neighbor.
I'm Steve Womack, and I approve this message because our future is about more than just politics.
Paid for by Womack for Congress.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds. A 50-50 chance of seeing some showers and storms today. Some of those could be strong. Our high into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Good chance of showers and storms tonight, upper 50s to low 60s, and then some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms Thursday, low to mid 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by In Good Spirits, Fort Smith's premier source for fine wines, specialty beers, and liquor.
Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing on all 2024 Buick Encore GXs at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Encore GX is a boldly styled 5-person SUV that is ready to reward. Up to $3,000 off and 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. This is a limited time offer. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith and online at harryrobinson.com.
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
You're listening to The Morning Rush on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith.
I'm hairy everywhere else except my face.
You're rolling with wrath on The Morning Rush.
Roads? Well, we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, Luke, that 4th and 1 touchdown that you caught the other day, back in 08, Petrino called that Cowboy Get It. And I wonder, does it have a different name now, or is it still Cowboy Get It?
I guess I can say it because that's a huddle play. It has the same Cowboy Get It pass, right or left analogy that it had back then.
Hey, this is Darren McFadden. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Live on your favorite radio station, hitthatline.com and the Hit That Line Now app.
Don't say it's a fine morning or I'll shoot you.
This is The Morning Rush
With Ty Richardson
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
and Tommy Kraft.
They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing.
Produced by Christian Johnston.
How about them Cowboys?
Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
Let's stand up and call those hall!
I got my pistols in my pocket, boys, I'm left hand down. I've got my pistols in my pocket, boys, I'm left hand.
All right, get them in early. Your beefs on this beautiful Wednesday across the state of Arkansas. 877-377-6963. I've got 3 or 4 of them that I want to get to. Does anyone athlete-wise have a bigger beef than Dwayne Wade? Have you seen his statue that was unveiled in Miami?
Looks nothing like him.
It looks nothing like him. The one outside of Donald W. looks like Frank. The one outside of Chicago looks like MJ. When I think about statues, the artist Dirk in Dallas, I think they look pretty decent. They're pretty accurate. Is there any athlete on the planet right now that has a bigger beef than Dwayne Wade? And he was very cordial and respectful at the ceremony. But my goodness gracious, he's got to be hot behind closed doors. My gosh.
How much does it cost to get that changed at this point?
Probably a lot of money. I'd be ticked. Imagine
cut the head off.
Imagine if we put a statue outside of our station here at ESPN Arkansas, you, and it looked nothing like you, you'd be ticked off, right? Like the plaque that you got for 20 years here. If someone made something that was supposed to be you and it didn't look anything like you, even if it was honoring me, I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah. So if you do go that route and decide to erect a statue in the front yard honoring me, just can you at least be kind?
Trim the gut
and give me a six pack. I'm going to go all the way. Just ask for a 6-pack of abs on there. I want to look like I've got abs. It'd be the only time in my life I've had abs.
All right.
I've always had them. They're just covered in Jell-O. So,
I've always had abs, but they are covered in Jell-O.
Or maybe gravy and brisket. I'm not sure.
Gravy and all this other stuff. Mine is my abs are covered in pizza flab.
Yeah.
Considering I eat pizza 3 or 4 times a week. Happy Wednesday, everybody!
What's
your beef Wednesday?
What's your beef Wednesday? Brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market, the place to get your beef and get ready for the weekend. Hey, if you're getting ready for your tailgate, they've got everything you need Saturday morning to get going. They've got bundles ready to cook, things like chicken wings and shop-made sausages and gourmet burgers, jalapeno poppers, loaded bratwurst, and all the sides you need as well. Got casseroles you can bake out. A lot of people do a breakfast menu, then come back towards kickoff and start doing the brats and the sausages and the burgers. They can help you get that menu ready. Call Richard and his crew. They'll have it all packaged and ready to go and get you tailgate ready for this Saturday. 479-443-0000. Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive.
Gentlemen, have you bought your candy yet? I hope that kids aren't leaving your house with beefs. Have you bought your Butterfingers yet? Will you buy them today, tomorrow?
No.
Laura buying them? You aren't buying candy?
Kids are going trick-or-treating with their friends. I'm going to be refereeing a game. I won't even be home. I'll be in costume all night, so I'll be ready. Maybe I'll stop at a few houses after the game and just stop in and get some candy.
I have that ref outfit you gave me tomorrow, so that's what I was going to dress up in. So we could do that together if you want to. You could go as what you usually do on nights during the week, and then I'll just dress up and blow my whistle the entire 2 hours of morning rush.
Well, you go right ahead. I'll meet you here in the morning. We'll do that. I'll meet you here at 9 o'clock.
I mean, I'm going to wear it regardless if you or not, but I just want to let you know that that's what I plan on wearing. I really don't have my Thunder Buddies onesie, or not onesie, the fluffy thing. That's a laughing costume in itself.
That's a very popular one this year, I hear, Big C.
And then I have the ref outfit, and I guess I have a Grinch outfit, but that's more Christmas related.
The Ty Richardson look. It's got the nice station polo, the shorts, the shoes. The flowing locks with the receding hairline. It's got it all.
I'm taking medicine for that. I'm actually on medicine. I'm not kidding. I swear. I was in.
I wouldn't have told that.
I don't want to go.
You realize the show had started.
I don't want to go too much in this. I really
No, please.
But I'm truthful to my own detriment.
Yes, true.
Dr. Calloway is not my pediatrician. He's what do you call it? Family doctor. I'm not kidding anymore. He's my typical checkup doctor. Sorry, doc. And I told him, he goes through my stuff and he's like, hey, you're good on everything. And I was like, doc, I've been taking biotin, but like, is there anything you'd recommend? And he's like, well, we have this. I can't tell you what the pill's called. I just pop one of them every day. And he's like, it doesn't necessarily like it completely prevent, but it like, he said it slows it down / whatever. So I've been taking biotin and that, whatever that pill is every day. It's probably not good for me, but I've been taking it.
Is it blue?
So, no, it's not blue. I don't have to worry about that. Knock on wood. No, pun intended just yet. So that is where we start this morning. Right. Let's get into our opening drive.
In the press box, we all knew Taylor was feeling better on that first touchdown run. It was the old Chris Berman whoop, whoop, whoop kind of run.
And understand, we beat Kansas, but they had players out, and it was an exhibition game. So let's not get overly, okay, we're going to win every game.
I think it's tempo, man. I think they tempo a lot of teams and make them where they can't really think, so they kind of lose a lot of their assignments and technique just because they're tired. So that's a big thing that we're working on, man, trying to match their tempo.
To Glaber. A fly ball to deep right. That's going back. That ball is gone. It's Glaber Day. 3-point shot.
This is the opening drive presented by First Financial Mortgage in Fort Smith.
All right, so you heard our buddy Tom Murphy there. Just an absolute great line in the press conference.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Now, how does that compare to Chris Berman's? How do you think that compares?
I think
we'll ask
Tom's
Tom
is
about,
better.
We'll ask Tom about tomorrow. One more time. I think we have to ask him about it tomorrow, right? I thought that was great. If anything, Tom was asking about the Cowboy getup, and as I'm thinking, like when they ran that play on Saturday to Luke Kaz and Talon tucks it behind his back. We're going to hear from Talon at some point in the next 2 hours. He was on Chuck and Bo this morning. He was also on Feinbaum yesterday, getting some national attention as well as some local attention. Immediately, our minds went back to Ryan Mallett against Georgia in 2010. I think Casey ran that same play in 2008 to Casey Dick. And like we've talked about, like heading into this season, you've wanted to see a vintage Bobby Petrino offense. What we saw in Fayetteville from 2008 and 2011 is different when they're running now. Chuck's made a good point about talking about where this offense is. It's more like what he ran with Lamar Jackson at Louisville than it was necessarily with Ryan, Casey, and Tyler back here in Fayetteville. So I wonder now, like,
well, this guy. First of all, this guy's more mobile than Tyler or Ryan. I mean, those guys were pocket passers. Tyler was a little more mobile. Ryan wasn't mobile at all.
Yeah. And
so, I mean, you can bring out other things, and it needs to be more like Lamar's offense because this guy can run.
So when I think you hear the term vintage, Tommy, where I go is just like scoring 30, 40 points a game. And I wonder, like, what type of improvement Talon looks like, at least in the last game. Even the LSU game, from a completion percentage, he wasn't bad. The offense just struggled because they couldn't run the football. I wonder, with two of the top defenses in college football that you get in your home stadium 2 of the next 3 weeks, Ole Miss #1, Texas I think is in the top 5, what type of offense you could see in these next 4 games while at the same time playing 2 of the best defenses in college football. Like, what is the contrast of Talon being 8 games in versus playing really salty teams, specifically in Ole Miss and Texas?
Yeah, and like you pointed out, really salty defenses,
Yes.
right? So every week's about matchups. Every week's different. The problem we have on the outside looking in is we think when you win, you're never going to lose again, and when you lose, you'll never win again. And what we saw last week must carry over to this week, and then when it doesn't, we're all confused. And, you know, what happened at Mississippi State, I don't think is going to have a ton of bearing on what will happen this Saturday morning when you take on Ole Miss, because you're going to play a much better defense than you saw last week. And I think, honestly, sustaining drives and keeping Jackson Dart off the field might be part of your game plan, and that's not going to be easy to do against Ole Miss. You got to win first down so you don't have 3rd and long very often.
Well, if you know what's funny about Dart, we've been talking about him for the first couple days, knowing that he's the opposing quarterback this week. Dart hasn't played good against Arkansas. 2 years ago, they got clobbered. It was more the Quinshot Judkins and Raheem Sanders, Rocket Sanders game. Dart threw that pick to Drew Sanders, I distinctly remember. And then last year, Tommy, I know they won the game. Dart didn't play well at all. He was around, if I remember correctly, like around 50%. So this is a veteran quarterback that also, like, he did not revenge per se because they won last year, but he wants to play better against Arkansas. I wonder, like, what Travis Williams, what he can take from what he did last year against that Ole Miss offense and see similar success against. I think Trey Harris is going to be back this week. We'll see in the SEC injury report tonight. He's their outstanding wide receiver. It's been a little banged up this season. Clay was talking about him this morning. But, I mean, Dart hasn't really killed you the last 2 years. You're just hoping that stays the same this year.
Yeah, and I was just pulling up some of the comparisons on stats. You got me kind of wondering with defense and scoring defense and where, Arkansas is not ranked very high in scoring defense in the SEC and 42nd nationally. Ole Miss giving up 11 points a game, number 1 in the country, number one nationally in scoring defense, total defense, 3rd in the SEC, 11th in the country. Arkansas 13th in the league. So, but you think at some point, based on just the way Arkansas's defense has played so well at times and the matchups have been right, do the defensive stats at Arkansas, that when you look down the comparisons and look at the league ranking, does it lie a little bit? Because, man, when you watch the product on the field and you see the way they have shut down some teams, it makes you wonder, can you really be 11th, 12th, 13th in so many categories?
I'll just go down the schedule. 0 points against UAPB. Didn't give up a touchdown till 50 minutes in the Oklahoma State game. Bad against UAB. 5 turnovers forced against Auburn. Only 3 touchdowns given up to A&M. offense put them in terrible situations. Only 1/4 of scoring given up to Tennessee. LSU, terrible game defensively, just didn't play well. And then State forced 5 turnovers, gave up more points than Travis Williams and Sam Pittman. But yeah, I mean, you just go down the list, and there's a lot more check marks than there are X's.
All right, so scoring defense, 11th there for Arkansas. Total defense, 13th. Passing defense, 13th. Rushing defense, 10th. So, I mean, you just go down the key defensive categories, but they feel like, and maybe it's just the inconsistency in the play, which leads me back to matchups being the key. The inconsistency in the play is the reason you've got those numbers, but they've certainly played better in moments and in times and in, I guess, the correct matchups. Tennessee's the best example. Much better than a 10th, 11th, or 12th defense in the conference.
Yes. No, I would agree wholeheartedly with that. All right,
but that's what the numbers say they are, is outside the top 10.
But what do numbers always do?
They don't always lie, but they have an ability to lie to you.
That they do. All right, that is your opening drive here this morning. It's brought to you by our friend Ethan Adamson at First Financial Mortgage. I actually got on there this morning. I was just checking out his Google reviews. He's now got a 5 out of 5. It's not even a 4.9 out of 5. It is a 5 out of 5 with First Financial Mortgage. Nearly 300 reviews, over 90 years in the mortgage experience for First Financial. Ethan's got over 10 alone. Ethan, Emily, their entire team can help you out. Give them a call at 479-782-9300. He helped me along with my mortgage process. If I'm going to refinance, hopefully some rates come down soon, be able to do that as well. One more time, 479-782-9300 or online at ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender. What you got?
Over under 53.5 on Bet Saracen for the Arkansas game. Line still at 7 points. Hogs catching 7. Where do you like that over under at 53.5? We're talking defense.
It was 27-20 last year, so it was 47. The game 2 years ago at Fayetteville was like 49 to 26.
Do previous performances mean anything in college football now with the rosters being so different?
Yeah, that's true. You got to go up against Chris Pupal on Saturday, former Razorback, former Arkansas linebacker. I think they sometimes it depends on the position, I guess, like with Dart. And that's why I wonder if like Dart will have an explosive game on Saturday because they hadn't played the last 2 good ones against the Razorbacks. That's fair, but I mean, think about even like 2 years ago, the roster turnover here in Arkansas, your skill position players in 2022 with like Matt Landers, Rocket Sanders, KJ, Jaden Hazelwood versus what you have now. And that was just 2 years ago.
I'd probably lean towards the under. I mean, I don't think Ole Miss is going to keep Arkansas's offense to 11 points, which is their average. But, you know, how many points is Arkansas going to have to score to be in this game? Can they do that? Let's see. Scoring offense, Ole Miss 39.5. So something's going to give there. Arkansas giving up 21.8. You know, is this a game where the winner's in the 30s or is the winner in the 40s?
It's a good question. You got something over there, Big C?
I think it'll kind of be a low-scoring game. For whatever reason, Ole Miss's offense doesn't usually have its best game against Arkansas.
B.E. in Clarksville says hammer the under. I agree. You know, I think 53.5 sounds high to me, particularly for a morning game.
Let's hear what Cecil thinks. He's called in. Cecil, you're on the Morning Rush. What do you think about the game on Saturday? You said 53.5, Tommy?
Yep, on Bet Saracen.
Okay, all right, Tommy. I think it's going to go over.
Okay, why?
And, hey, why? Mm-hmm. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just tell me why you think that.
Because we can actually score points if we don't turn the ball over. We can score. And Ole Miss and Arkansas actually, you know, it's been kind of like shootouts and exciting, high-scoring games lately. So, of course, it is a morning game because you got to get up for that. But I honestly think it's going to go over, though. If we don't turn the ball over, we're going to score.
Right. I mean, and I want to make a quick point, Cecil, like what you said. This has been the most exciting series in the last decade and a half. I mean, you look at the games and look at the closeness in those games. Cecil, you're exactly right. I mean, you think about 3 years ago when you lost by 1 point in a game you probably should have won. Last year, 7-point game. I mean, over the course of the last decade and a half, this has been the best game on both sides from a contention standpoint, back and forth between Arkansas and Ole Miss.
Well, I got my ticket. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready. What about you, Tommy? And I'm ready for one of them Butcher Boy. Is that what it is, Butcher Boy?
Yeah, CJ's. Yeah.
CJ's Butcher Boy, my God. Now, Doug is a big guy. Me and him play ball together.
Yeah.
Doug weighed about 340. He couldn't even finish all of his, and I finished all
I
mine.
bet he got the number 2, didn't he?
I did too.
But he's you're the real man.
But, hey,
when I went up
but
for,
I'm definitely on the diet right now, y'all. I'm definitely on the diet right now. I went on one because I'm just getting old, man. You know, I got to be able to climb. I got to be able to walk the hill, baby.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Go chicken sandwich then. That's the best way
Yeah,
to
I'll
do
try the chicken next time.
Thanks, Cecil.
Yeah. I was when I went up, we went there to eat before the game against LSU and ran into Cecil in there. So good to see him. But I I'm not going to argue with what Cecil has to say, but generally, Arkansas hadn't played well at home. Tennessee's kind of the outlier.
And offensively, you didn't play good in that game. Let's see. That you won that game because of defense. 19-14.
19-14 was the
offense was actually terrible in that game.
Yeah,
they had the missed opportunities that you could have taken advantage. You still won. I don't want to crowd sport.
No. But you won that game with defense,
yes,
obviously. So
100%.
I mean, what we're trying to figure out is what did the matchups in this game lend itself towards this week. But I tend to believe we may have a lower scoring game than a higher scoring game.
Brent's called in as well. Brent, what's up, man?
It's the mouth.
What's up, Mouth?
The mouth just wants to say this. I know that Agent Zero, Braylon Russell, I want him to run straight over Chris Paul. I want him to say, see what you get when you leave for Ole Miss. See what you get.
I think Mouth, I think if I remember correctly, he's the only guy that you're playing that transfer. You don't play KJ. You don't play Rocket. A lot of guys went to UNLV. Like, I think he's the only inter-SEC guy that you'll actually play on the schedule this year that went to an SEC school. I think that's right.
I think the mouth has shut up.
I just want him to Chris Paul to rue the day he left the Razorback.
Rue the day.
Yeah.
What do you always say, though?
Rue the day.
What do you always say when it comes to this type of thing? Like, you hate when people leave, but for the
but
guys
you don't mind at all when they,
Xavier Sorey,
Yeah.
for all these transfers that have come in that have helped you, it's like we hate the ones that leave. And I get it. Like, I understand it.
The double standard.
But at the same time, your best linebacker is a transfer from Athens, Georgia, at Georgia, and Xavier Sorey. So
He's better than Chris Paul.
There it
That's
is.
True.
That's because he's a
true.
Razorback, right,
So-
Mouth? Right?
That's right. You're 100% accurate.
Thanks for the call. Always fair and objective here on the Morning Rush. No bias at all. Hey, fall fishing is in full splendor right now. I know we're going to get this front moved through. We're going to have pretty good front with pretty straight line winds, and I'm telling you, the fishing's going to pick up for the weekend as well. Be sure to take some fill floats along. You're going to take the kids out this weekend. These balsa wood floats are made by the thousands at the Pradco plant in Fort Smith. They are great at detecting the slightest bites by fish and work great in tandem with crickets and redworms. You can find them at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle shops everywhere. America's favorite floats by Phil.
New York Kid, bases loaded, 2 out.
Breaks the ball, deep left field.
So the Yankees going to do it, Tommy? Are they going to be like the Boston Red Sox in 2004 ALCS, down 3-0 and come back against the Los Angeles Dodgers?
No. But I don't know why they keep pitching to Freddie Freeman. I'd quit doing that.
Gosh. He keeps hitting balls.
Is he going to hit another one? It's 6 games in a row, and every game in the World Series. But I think it's 6 games in a row he's hit a home run.
11-4 the final this week. You got to hate that if you're Tom Murphy's a Braves fan. I mean, you got to hate seeing
He's got an open base. I'm putting him on.
Walk him up. All right, so we got more to discuss. Your hog update coming up. What did Talon have to say this morning on Feinbaum? We'll share it with you next.
The pain makes dreams go down the drain. Okay, we fight tonight. Playoffs die in this life.
Touchdown, Arkansas. What a move.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb page brand.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
This is the Morning Rush.
This is the game that they are saying national championship. And we're floating in a sea of red.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Valley Family Dental, formerly known as Riley Farm Dental, at the entrance to Riley Farms, provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients better lives with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, now offering same-day crown service. Mention you heard this ad on ESPN Radio at your next appointment and receive a free bleaching kit or $100 off in-office accelerated whitening. Call 226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hi, this is Melissa with True Grit Running Company. Is someone special to you missing out on life because of foot pain? Let's face it, if your feet hurt, you don't want to go anywhere. Give the gift of freedom. Check out our store for all kinds of options to benefit your special someone. We have perfect gifts for those suffering from a variety of foot issues, such as plantar fasciitis, bunions, tendonitis, diabetes care, neuropathy, or just tired and achy feet. Visit us today at True Grit Running Company, 6808 Rogers Avenue, Suite B, behind Chick-fil-A.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
Are we still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown Bar District.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up, home. Drop off downtown Bar District.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Patriot Transport wants to thank their drivers for their hard work and dedication. The local and over-the-road drivers are essential to the Patriot Transport mission. Day in and day out, Patriot Transport drivers are on the road striving for safety and success. To the behind-the-scenes dispatch and office employees, Patriot Transport thanks them as well for the hard work they put in day and night. If you want to be a part of the Patriot Transport family, visit patriottransport.com. Patriot Transport is located in Danville, Arkansas.
Hey, is your roof leaking? Do you have hail or wind damage? Is it just looking old and worn out? If so, you need to call Hoghead Roofing, a family-owned and operated roofing company where the #1 customer is you. They will give you their honest opinion on whether your roof needs replaced or repaired. They have folks that have worked on the insurance side so they can assist with all claims. Licensed, insured, and ready to serve you. Call Hoghead Roofing today at 479-522-0840. God bless.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Y'all remember when you got on your first college test after going out of high school? I got a 56.
Probably a 98,
I got a
99.
56.
Curve setter, baby. Curve setter.
I was a curve hoper. I got a 56. And
You were hoping someone didn't set it too high.
Someone set it too
Almost
high.
a D. That would have been
Bill Greenhaw's business law class at the University of Arkansas, which wasn't that hard. I just didn't know how to study because my, air quotes, blue ribbon private school Little Rock Christian education was garbage in preparation for college. The reason I bring this up is because there is a learning curve going from high school to college and then going
a testimonial.
From the Mountain West to SEC. Taylor Green talked about the learning curve this morning.
It's been a learning process every single game, but, every single play. It's not just my first time in this offense. It's, everybody's first time. So everybody's learning and, everybody's in the same boat. And that's what, helps me, that I'm not alone, in it. And, everybody stays together in those, great times, but also in the tough times. I'm blessed to have, a great coach staff that believes in me and that helps me through, of course, the losses, but, and the wins too. And, they're going to point out things I need to improve on in the wins and of course, the losses. So I'm grateful to have great teammates and coaches.
So like me following that first test, Taylor has persevered through the trials and tribulations that is the SEC, and hopefully he continues to do so through these next 4 games.
Well, Dr. Who was your...
Bill Greenhaw. He's a lawyer
who's better?
in Northwest Arkansas.
Dr. Greenhaw or Bobby Petrino?
I love Mr. Bill, but and he has it's a good respect. But
did he yell at you like Bobby Petrino probably yells?
No, he's the one that got me out of jail a week later too.
Well, that's
or out of the whatever.
He had a built-in client base right in front of him in the lecture hall.
First day of class. Now, if you knuckleheads get into trouble, I'll do this for $150. And I laughed at it, and sure enough, I needed his services about a week and a half later.
She's an evil what?
I can't say that.
Never mind.
Not on air. We're not doing that again. I get once every 6 years. I get to do that. I got another 6 years.
But the level of everything, it all scales up. The level of the training room, the level of the meals you eat, the level of your locker room, the level of your jersey. Everything is on scale. So, if we were doing this show in a major market, if we were in Chicago or LA or New York, well, it's hard to believe, but the studio might be a little bit nicer. The chairs might be a little more plush. The break room might not be on the 5th floor like it is here, where we got to go up the elevator. It'd be right next to the studio. It might be a few more people on staff to help us out. A little more research department. Those. So I mean, it's a little different. When you step up to the next level, you got a lot more resources to help make you that better player.
Mm-hmm.
Video systems. How many GAs and support staff do they have to help with game planning and get your study right and all that. So, I mean, it's not just, you stepped up to higher class. You got everything that goes along with that as well.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah.
All right, that's your Hog Update this morning. It's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, we got a couple beefs in here this morning. Apparently, JT in Hot Springs is beefing about Chris Paul Sr., which has been chirping on social media this week. What do you want him to do? He's defending his son. Yeah. Hey, come on, JT.
you could never ask a parent to not root for their kids. I mean, we've got a team member here who's got a son that coaches at Kansas. Well, who do you think she was rooting for last Friday? And who should you? I mean, you can't give people a hard time for backing up their kids.
I didn't. I made sure because I know how I would react if she came up to me following that round of 32 game. If Kansas had won, I didn't say a word to her because like it's if it's your kin, and I don't have any kin that I know of. Like you know.
You don't have.
You don't.
Kin.
Yeah.
There's none. Trust me. There's none out.
You sure?
Yeah.
We positive? Need to do some results or something just in case.
You're not going to be on Maury anytime soon.
On what?
Maury.
What is that?
Never mind.
Do you know what that is, Big C?
Yeah, I just heard from someone in the background. Oh, God.
What is Maury? Is that the...
Is it like
I don't have time to... It's a daytime talk show where you go on one of these programs and the results are in and you are...
Not...
We'll come back after the break and give you the results. You are not... the father.
Is it like the Heisman Trophy presentation where they drag it out for 58 minutes and they finally tell you? Is it like that where they drag it out?
Believe it or not, I don't have an extensive amount of experience watching daytime talk shows.
It just happens.
I am familiar with Maury.
It just happens to pop on your TV.
But apparently you're not.
No, now I am though. Again, getting educated.
You're not going to be on there.
Getting educated, like I got educated in business law. Thank God I'm not a lawyer.
This is a daily job around here. It's a burden. It's a burden.
It's part of it, I guess. All right, so you have not gotten your candy. Christian, you have not gotten your candy. We were talking with our friend David Rath yesterday. They have apparently got candy at Rath Mitsubishi. I would guess the same at Rath Auto Resources as well. We're talking
Let's go raid their candy jar then.
Talking about ratings earlier. Go to Rath Auto Resources on Google and Rath Mitsubishi 4.8 to 4.7. That's extremely high for car dealerships. You think about all the people that they have serviced over the years and given them great service. You're going to get a great vehicle whether you buy a new one at Rath Mitsubishi or one of their Rath Road Ready certified vehicles that go through the Meineke Car Care Center like my car has several times already. They find things. They send you a detail report so you get every single detail sent directly to your phone. Check them out online at rathautofortsmith.com and rathmitsubishi.com. You're always rolling with Rath here on the Morning Rush. When we return, Morning Rush Daily Question, more from Taylor Green. And have you bought your Halloween candy yet? That's next.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, Hawk fans. This is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
Folks, it's the most wonderful time of the year.
No, it's not Christmas yet.
No, Mom, he's referring to football season.
Oh, speaking of football, guess what we just got in?
Season tickets?
Sideline passes?
Well, close. We just started receiving the Nike sideline apparel like hats and polos.
Yeah, but did we get jerseys?
Yeah, we got both kinds, cardinal and white.
We also have youth and adult sizes.
That's great. People have been asking for that for quite some time now. Matt, by the way, I did some research, and there's no shot for going viral.
Oh, Lord. Mom, he's a goner.
Anyway, besides Nike, we also have Champion, Cutter & Buck, Tommy Bahama, and many other brands.
All at the largest Razorback store south of the North Pole, which is 989 South Razorback Road, next to Baumwalker Stadium. Matt, you tell them all about them interweb pages for him.
He means the website, which is shoponrazorback.com.
Or give us a call at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs!
Rupig, hear the stadium roar. Fayetteville is ready for war.
This is the Morning Rush.
Up to $3,000 off.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3900.
3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Basketball fans, it's that time of year again. The NBA is back. From opening tip-off to buzzer beaters, BetOnline has you covered with the best odds, biggest promotions, and live in-game betting on all of your favorite team. This season, every game matters. BetOnline has every stat, matchup, breakdown, and live odds to bet on during the games. And it's not just the NBA. BetOnline has odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, to even political props. Head to the website today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive in Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Basketball fans, it's that time of year again. The NBA is back. From opening tip-off to buzzer beaters, BetOnline has...
Time for the Carpat Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpatsocial.com.
All right, let's zero in on the game on Saturday. I want to go back to the discussion we had kind of around over-under and which way do we think this game is going to go as far as, is this going to be a defensive-minded, defensive-controlled ball game, or is this a shootout? Because we've looked at some of the history in this series. It's, and you pointed this out earlier, Arkansas and Ole Miss has probably over the last 10 years been the best year-to-year rivalry or year-to-year series that's been on Arkansas's schedule. We were talking about the over-under at 53.5 earlier at Bet Saracen. When you look at the defenses, and Ole Miss is incredible at 11 points a game, number one in the conference, number one in the country. Arkansas is not bad, 21 points a game. There's been years we'd kill to only give up 21 points a game.
Yeah, you're right.
As a defense. Here's what's hard to believe. Where do you think, and you may have seen this, do you know where that ranks, 21 points a game, where that ranks in the SEC?
You said it earlier. but
it's 11th.
Yeah,
that's hard. I mean, dang.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns. Dang, 11.
That dang curve, Tommy.
Scoring.
Someone got an A. This Ole Miss team got an A.
Just to round up, Ole Miss is scoring 40 a game. Arkansas scoring 33. So which way does this go? Whose averages are going to be closer? So high scoring game, low scoring game. That's the Cart Pass Social Morning Rush daily question. What are we going to see on Saturday? A shootout or a defensive tussle?
I think it's going to be around like 28-31, so they will cover with that total. I don't necessarily think we'll see a game in the 40s or 50s like we saw 3 years ago or 2 years ago, but I think it'll be around like high 20s, low 30s for both squads. So that would cover.
Turnover, I think turnovers are the key. I mean, and they always are into winning the game, but I mean, limiting possessions. You're only going to get 10, 11, maybe 12 possessions in the game. You can't squander any.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the turnover battle's even, but each team gives up 2 or whatever, and they're not costly. I mean, what it's going to lead to is a lower scoring game, obviously, because you're only going to get so many chances.
They were 9 of 11 on possessions scored, 9 of 9 in the red zone last week. They threw a pick and had 1 punt last week against Mississippi State. You're not going to have that type of scoring output, but I mean, if you could score on half your drives, 4 touchdowns, maybe a field goal, I tend to think your defense is going to do enough on Saturday to win. Now, the question Paul has asked, and we got another texter that's asked this question, how do you think the weather is going to affect the game? I think it's projected to rain a little bit. So maybe that alone could, I don't know. You think it helps us, Big C? You think it helps Arkansas?
I'll tell you, the wind's what you need to pay attention to. And I'll tell you, you listen to Tyler Wilson when he was with us on the Morning Rush.
Yeah.
You should listen to any quarterback. Rain doesn't bother him. You start getting the wind, and that affects not just the passing game, but obviously the special teams and the kicking game. So I'm going to look real quick what the wind is forecast, but you're right about the rain.
Look at us. We're weathermen. We're old.
Well, we're not weathermen, but right now this is the Apple weather app for whatever that's worth. And but the rain is all supposed to be late afternoon. So that's the current forecast. Wind, however, 10-ish miles an hour with some gust up to 20 out of the southeast. So
it's a sweatshirt, quarter zip day. It's not a polo shirt, T-shirt day.
Possibly. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 60s and 70s. But if the wind picks up, and you never know how that wind's going to swirl in that stadium, but coming out of the south, that wind gets in there, that will have a greater effect than any rain that might fall during the game.
I'm going to sound really stupid here, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Why stop now? Go ahead.
He says for the 1,000th time. It's kind of a beef of mine that we haven't had football weather yet. Across high school, we haven't had hunting weather yet. And I hate it. Is it not for you a little bit that we hadn't gotten there? Or should I be
I'm with you.
Should I be so
I mean, we're still running the air
happy?
conditioner at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. My bill went down, though, this past month. I was hyped.
But, 100%. We have not had fall weather. My fear is we're going to go from, we had like 1 week of fall.
Yeah.
And then it got hot again. And we're going to go from like upper 80s, touching 90, to like daytime highs in the 40s. And we're not going to get any fall. My favorite season of the year, we're going to get none of it. It's so dry right now. Everything's under a burn ban.
Yeah.
But the leaves are beautiful, but they're falling because with this wind. I'm going to tell you, this storm is coming through. All the weather guys are talking about these high winds, maybe 70 mile an hour. There ain't going to be no leaves left on the trees.
That is your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question. Do Arkansas and Ole Miss go over 53.5 this weekend? Cart Pass Social.
Shootout or no shootout?
Shootout or no shootout. Is Cart Pass Social a great place to watch, whether it's a shootout or a low-scoring affair? Arkansas football, NFL football, corporate events, and they've got their league play going at. It started last week, TPC Scottsdale, Bandon Dunes, Torrey Pine South, Pelican Golf Club, TPC Sawgrass, Pinehurst No. 2, Pebble Beach, Blessings Golf Course, scrambles, combined scores, best ball. These leagues are awesome. Christian and Nate have done a phenomenal job getting these events together. Check them out at cartpasssocial.com. #1 indoor golf facility in all of Arkansas.
It is a What's Your Beef Wednesday. We're going to get to some of those you've texted in. You can call in with a beef at 877-377-6963. It's brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. They make it easy with in-store and curbside pickup. Place your order with a call to 479-443-0000. Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive. Here's a beef right now for you. And this kind of a reverse beef in some ways. You know, we complain about road construction. We complain about traffic delays because of that. But, dude, have you driven through Louisiana lately? Don't ever complain about Arkansas highways. My Lord. I drove. Bad. Well, we went down and I wanted to go to Baton Rouge. Had a meeting Saturday morning with our friend Henry Hayes, and but drove down 49 in that direction that you go to Baton Rouge through Texarkana and Shreveport. You know about rough roads. And then driving back New Orleans, coming up 55, and that, my Lord, the roads in Louisiana are terrible compared to Arkansas. So for all the complaints that people have about Arkansas roads at times, our roads are like silky smooth.
Yeah, they're bumpy
compared to Louisiana.
Driven down to Baton Rouge, I think 4 separate times. Done the New Orleans thing twice. There's no comparison at all.
And you know, Henry gave me a tour of the campus. He's on faculty there, so he had kind of
Mike
access. I saw Mike's habitat. I didn't get out of the car, but that's quite a palace Mike lives in.
I listen, and I've said this before. I'll say it again. Outside of Fayetteville, LSU is my favorite college town of any of them. Athens is the best. I think it's pretty undisputed that Athens is the best college town in the SEC. But LSU is my personal favorite.
I'm looking forward to going down there for an Arkansas game or a baseball series or something. But
it's fun.
And their campus is nice, but
nice.
It's not Fayetteville. It's not as pretty as the campus in Fayetteville.
It's
just the landscape.
Yeah,
it's just where it's at.
We get lost sometimes at how great it is being in Fayetteville. I think that I've become numb to it.
Yeah,
going to school there.
Man, just the setup. Now, you know, scenery was good down there, and that lake. Yeah. That lake they got in the middle of the campus, they're dredging it out. Ask it, there any fish in there? He goes, no, there's nothing but E. coli, COVID, and botulism in there. You wouldn't want to eat anything out of that lake.
All right, so continuing on beefs here this morning. Do you think Arkansas fans have a bigger beef with Arkansas's own Eli Drinkwitz or Lane Kiffin?
I think it depends on where you live.
I've been called a Lane Kiffin apologist before. And in some cases,
he's one of your bro boys. He's Coach Bro.
But
and you like him because he's Coach Bro.
I like him because he wins football games, and he's had 2 10-win seasons in a place that has seldom happened.
Got a lot of room in a trophy case, though.
He is a DB. I'm fully aware of that, as everyone is.
Is that code for bro? He's a bro.
He emulates that entire fan base. I
don't disagree with that either.
That's why their team is soft, because their fan base is soft. Our fan base.
That's the connection.
No,
okay.
but
all right. Carry on.
I'm actually serious about this. Like Arkansas football, you think about like all the kids that have come through their program and all. Rare is it that you just have this blue blood 5-star that 5-star upon 5-star. A lot of times it's these kids that weren't highly heralded out of college that make something of themselves, and they're blue collar and hardworking, just like a lot of you are. That fan base is a bunch of tools. And white-collar bums. There's nothing wrong with being white-collar, but in the case of Ole Miss, that's like that. That's how their coach is, and that's why they are not going to get to the pinnacle of college football, because of the institution itself in Ole Miss. And I put way too much stock in the idea that they were going to do it because of transfer players. The transfer players have come in, and they become soft.
How do you say all this without a sweater vest on? I really thought you would... cardigan up for this thing.
No, of course not. I'm not going to be like DQ and wear Ole Miss.
You need more product in your hair if you're going to do this.
Listen, I've got a friend whose mom went to Ole Miss, whose dad went to the U of A, and she cheers for Arkansas more often than not. But they redshirt Miss Americas at Ole Miss. I'm fully aware of that, but it is egregious at how pompous that fan base is. In any interaction whatsoever.
Plenty of room in the trophy case.
It infects itself within the football team.
Still pisses me off.
Well, no, because your baseball program has been better. Bianco gets lucky one season of his career when Davis just being the dog out of him most of the time, and then they just rocked Oklahoma. Wish you would have rocked Oklahoma.
Who was
Connor
the kid
had a great pitching game, just didn't give me offensive help.
Who was the kid that came up here and ate his boogers a few years ago? In the, in
oh,
the Supers?
gosh. Nikhazy. Thank you. Doug Nikhazy. Doug Nikhazy.
Bunch of booger eaters.
So a beef. I thought I had a bigger beef with Eli Drinkowitz. I don't like the guy because he wins, and he's also prideful about it, which you don't like it if it's not your guy. But I think I might have a bigger beef with Ole Miss as a whole, even though I think Lane Kiffin is a good football coach.
All right, it's What's Your Beef Wednesday. You can chime in as well. We're brought to you by Matchstick Studios and their Let me back up. Their product known as Modular Orange. Hey, the website for your business, it's just like water, internet, electric. You got to have it. It's like a utility. And you're looking for the most affordable way to get your business found online and have that online 24-hour showroom that you have to operate in today's modern business world. Modular Orange can create that for you. It's fast. It's easy. It's a streamlined process that helps get your website out in the world without you having to think about it over months and months and lay out thousands and thousands of dollars. Just $95 a month, and Modular Orange will build your website and help you keep it up to date as well, and they take care of everything. $95 a month for Modular Orange. Go to modularorange.com for all the details. That's modularorange.com right here in Fayetteville. They'll save you money and get you a website that performs better.
I'll tell you, he's not pompous, but it's friendly. It's our friend Richard Davenport. He joins us on the other side, gives us some recruiting news when we return.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, and we're inside of Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. I'm with my guy, Josefa. Today, it was the French toast turkey melt, but other daily specials every single day.
Yeah, Ty, we just kind of want everybody to know that we're not just sandwiches around here. We have all kinds of different specials. There's always something different right here at Lily's Sandwich Shop.
Award-winning Lily's Sandwich Shop in the Bakery District in downtown Fort Smith. Don't believe me? Talk to Lily.
My name is Lily. My papa makes the best sandwiches at Lily's Sandwich Shop. Come by and see him at the Bakery District today.
Up to $10,000 off or $7,000 off and 0% financing on select 2024 GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The 24 GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off or take $7,000 in discounts and 0% financing with approved credit. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
From the Buffalo River to the Louisiana line, from the Texas and Oklahoma borders to the capital city and into the Delta, the natural beauty, the natural resources, and the hardworking citizens make Arkansas Sports District more than just the heart of the natural state. It is a land of opportunity to raise families, to build communities, and to do our part for a brighter future. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman. It's an honor to serve you. I approve this message and sincerely ask for your vote.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress.
Do you need an attorney that you can actually speak with? You need Hickey and Hull Law Partners. The attorneys at Hickey and Hull understand the importance of client communication and are taking the time to meet you, respond to emails, and return calls. Every case is important, and they strive to give each one the time and attention it deserves. Call today, 479-434-2414, or visit them online at kevinhickeylaw.com. Hickey and Hull Law Partners. Things are about to get better.
Bow season is underway, and Jelco Outdoors has all your archery and hunting equipment to help you bag that big buck. Select new compound bows by Bowtech, Elite, and Hoyt. Save $200 off. Beartech crossbow packages, now only $329.99. Save $200 off select Raven crossbows, clothing, boots, tree stands, saddle equipment, feeders, nut grub, and grunt calls. Jelco has it all for you. Good luck and safe hunting. And remember, a great hunt begins at Jelco Outdoors.
The long wait is almost over, Waldron. Wave Rural Connect will be opening the Waldron Zone for orders November the 18th. If you registered before the 18th, you still need to put in your product order when Waldron opens. Amazing fiber internet and phone, all from a local provider in Ozark, Arkansas, is coming to Waldron. Pre-register online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hey, Hog fans, it's Ty with the Morning Rush. Join me this Saturday from 6 to 8 a.m. at the Stadium Shop on Razorback in Fayetteville for Arkansas Game Day. Robert, Elizabeth, and Matt at the Stadium Shop will have a buy one regular price clothing item, get a second equal or lesser value half off, including their Nike apparel and jerseys. It does not get more Razorback than the Stadium Shop. Arkansas Game Day live at the Stadium Shop on Razorback this Saturday from 6 to 8 a.m.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds. There's a 50-50 chance of seeing some showers and storms today. Some of those could be strong. Our high into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Good chance of showers and storms tonight, upper 50s to low 60s, and then some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms Thursday, low to mid 70s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Shamrock Liquor Warehouse, 5609 Midland Boulevard, your leader in fine wines, beers, and spirits.
You're listening to The Morning Rush, live from the Busch Light Studios on ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith. This hour of The Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Lane kicks and marches with his crew. Sam Pittman got the Hogs in view. Rupik, hear the stadium roar. Fayetteville is ready for war. Beat the Red Bulls, bring the pain. Ole Miss dreams go down the drain. Rupik, we fight tonight. Playoffs die in this life. Mississippi hope shining bright. Arkansas brings the darkest night.
You know, pre-LSU SEC, this was the second biggest rivalry for Arkansas behind Texas. A lot of for you on the eastern part of the state. Some cases, it might be number one. Still might be number two behind the Texas Longhorns. I think it's pretty consensus that everyone in this fan base hates Texas. But I mean, like I kind of brought up in hour number one, you look at the games the last decade and a half, you think about Hunter Henry's heave, you think about the great game 3 years ago, unfortunately, which resulted in a loss. Even last year, which was a loss, was a 7-point game. This has arguably been the best back-and-forth series that Arkansas has played in the last decade and a half.
Yeah, I was just looking at, I can get my computer to cooperate here, looking at some of the games the last decade or so, and you just look, last year 27-20, the year before that 47-27, 52-51, 33-21, 31-17. I mean, there's very few wide margins in those games, and I bet if you had the betting lines next to that before the game, you'd probably see that those have been very small numbers going into those games as well.
Arkansas beat Hugh Freeze, I think it's 4 straight years. You beat him in 2014. You beat him in 2015. You beat him in 2016. And then Connor Lippert, I think, kicked that game-winning field goal in Oxford in 2017. So that was nice. But
2-2 over the last 4. So since Sam's been here, and lost a couple in a row with because Chad Morris couldn't beat anybody. But you've had your success. Won 4 in a row in 14, 15, 16, 17 that you're talking about. So, you've had your success over the last decade.
And you think about, Sam Pittman, thinking about his record against coaches that came in at the same time. Unfortunately, Mike Leach no longer with us, so he's no longer in that category, but he's 2-2 against Kiffin, and he's 1-3 against Drink. You'd love to get that first victory in Columbia this year, but this has been tight. And specifically the Kiffin-Pittman games, even the game that you won the first year, which Drew Morgan picked off that ball and took it to the house. Grant Morgan, I should say, picked out that ball, and I think it ended up being like a 13-point win. I mean, that was a really tight game, too. Even condensed to the last 4 years has been a really, really great football series.
And 52-51, wasn't that the one KJ we went for 2 at the end and
got batted down?
Yeah.
I was looking for Trey Knox in that situation. So good game ahead. Hopefully Saturday starting at 11 o'clock. We'll see what the rain and wind look like. We're also going to see what Richard Davenport has to say as we continue on the morning rush.
And the home team has won all of the last 4 games. So, home teams had the edge there as well. What's Your Beef Wednesday, brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Everything you need to get tailgate ready is there at Richard's for this weekend. House-made sausages, loaded brats, smoked chicken wings, and more. All there. Of course, they can make you gourmet burgers, big, thick-cut ribeyes, everything you need to make your tailgate great. 479-444 or 443-0000, 479-443-0000 for Richard's Country Meat Market.
All right, from Richard's to Richard. Richard, as we get going here this morning, I want you to grade your colleagues, Tom Murphy's WHOP. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Versus Chris Berman. Whoop! Compare those two. How close did Tom get to his trying against Chris Berman?
Did he do an impersonation or something?
Yeah, listen to this again. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He was talking with Luke Haz yesterday about that play, and then here's Berman. How close was those two?
Pretty decent.
I thought he did a good, admirable job. We'll ask him about that tomorrow. Speaking of the tight end room, it got a little shorter this weekend. Sam Pittman announced on Monday that Varkey's Gums and Ty Washington no longer with the team. They're going to shake some things out there. I wonder your thoughts on heading into this weekend, what kind of impact that could have with just the depth there and maybe some guys like Lassiter and Joe Moore moving around.
Yeah, well, the depth obviously is a concern because not too often you lose 2 guys at a position, especially a skilled position, at one time. So that is a concern. But at least with how do you pronounce his last name from Denmark?
Anders Poschka, I think it's how you say it.
Yeah. I'd much rather you guys say that than me.
Froholt was here when he was here. Yeah.
I hate a good game.
So, I mean, obviously that helps tremendously, and he's a big guy that's very physical, and we saw on Saturday he can catch the ball. So that's a plus. That takes away quite a bit of the sting of losing 2.
I heard Luke say last night that he feels like the offense is going to start gelling better. Taylor Green said the same thing yesterday on Feinbaum and this morning on Chuck and Bo. I know you got some really good defenses you're playing the next 2 games, but Richard, how do you see maybe the offense evolving the last 4 games of the season under Coach Petrino?
Well, I think we talked about this. I mean, especially when a guy that's coming in as a quarterback like Taylor, learning new terminology, new playbook, everything, being coached differently, it takes an adjustment. And I figured about 5-6 games into the season, you'd probably see him kind of hit his stride a little bit, and he seems to have done that. Obviously, he's going to be tested, like you said, in at least 3 of the last 4 games pretty seriously, and that's gonna determine, hey, not only his the way he plays at the end of the season and how he's remembered, but also how Arkansas comes out. If he plays anything like he has the last 2 games, and I mean, minus that interception with LSU, they got a shot to do some serious damage, and not only obviously go to a bowl game, but possibly go to a really nice bowl game. So I think he's got a lot of confidence, obviously, after Saturday, and I thought he's been playing with a lot of confidence even before that.
I think one of the other sweet things in this game, and we were talking about the kind of the rivalry aspect, how tight this has been, but you know, Ole Miss is hanging on by a thread to get in the playoff. They got to run the table, but you can pretty well, you will definitely end their playoff hopes if you can beat them Saturday. And I think that's some added motivation, at least from the outside looking in, it appears to be.
Yeah, I think that, you know, it may enter the guys' minds, but I think the main thing is, you know, they're looking for the W, and that's a byproduct of you know, getting a victory. But yeah, I think that, you know, when you win, and they haven't been consistent in winning, win, loss, and I think you're looking for consistency, and that feeling to be able to win back-to-back weekends. I mean, that's a great taste, and something that Arkansas really hasn't had much of in the last really three years.
And you look at, you know, we were talking about the defense and the numbers that, you know, you watch them play against Tennessee, and you see some of these games that they've kind of been at their best, and then LSU and Mississippi State, it's kind of been you know, particularly LSU. I mean, to me, the consistency, if you can get that defensive unit, which has performed very well at times, but somehow near their best this week, you feel like you got a great chance to win the game.
No doubt, and that's I'm sure that T. Will's you know, challenging them this week, saying that, hey, this is supposed to be one of the best offenses in the country. This is your opportunity to shine and you know, help the offense and you know, get a W. But I mean, that's the challenge, and all those guys, they know that, and a lot of it has to come down to matchups, and you know, the coaches know more so than obviously that we do, because about matchups, because they're able to break down the film and really study the film a lot more than what we can, and it's going to be interesting to see what matchups that they figure that they have the advantage of, you know, offensively and defensively, and try to take advantage of that, and then obviously try to hide the weaknesses that they have.
Richard Davenport's with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette. RD, you wrote recently about Tavian Wallace, a young man, I believe a Georgia linebacker, 4-star, that they're really excited about. It was a big get. What did you learn recently about Tavian?
Well, he ran a 96-yard touchdown run. He ran 22.1 miles an hour, which is amazing for a guy about 220 pounds. He may be the fastest linebacker recruit Arkansas has ever signed, if he signs with Arkansas. You know, I mean, Drew Sanders was a transfer, and he may be definitely one of the fastest guys that Arkansas's had on campus. I think in high school, I've just studied it. I know he ran a 10.91 at 6'5", about 220 pounds in high school, and I thought I saw where he ran like a 10.7. Well, Tavian, he ran a 10.61 back in the spring. I mean, that's elite speed, not only just for a linebacker, but also any high school athlete. So that's something that maybe Arkansas hasn't seen in quite some time, or is it speed? And then, you know, his team's been using him for at running back, and he's had two 100-yard games. They haven't been using him a lot, but when they do, and they try to rely on him, he produces.
other thing that I think Arkansas fans are seeing with recruiting is on the basketball side. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Muss didn't bring in some talented players. We know about Jordan Walsh and Anthony Black, who had a game winner last night, and some of the guys he was able to bring to Fayetteville. Cal's taking it even to another level. You wrote about 5-star forward Caleb Wilson. What's the latest on him and maybe trying to add a future class, RD?
Yeah. Well, obviously, he announced earlier this week he was taking an official visit to Arkansas, and he's just your typical 5-star type five prospect that you're seeing that's visiting Arkansas on a fairly consistent basis, and it's almost expected now with Coach Cal as the coach, but 6'9", 6'10", about 210 pounds. A guy that's very athletic, runs the floor well, scores mostly off of drives and around the basket. Outside game needs some improvement, but his defensive capabilities are very strong. So when you got a guy that's in the top 5, I mean, there's so many good things athletically and to one's game that you're an elite prospect. You got elite capability.
You got TCU this Friday in Fort Worth. Then you've got Lipscomb at home for the first game of the season. You'll go back to the Dallas area to take on Baylor. How smart of it was for Cal to put these tests in early, get some road games / neutral site games in so he can try and figure out his basketball team moving forward?
Well, I mean, I think so many times you see some teams, they build their resume, early season resume off of just subpar competition. You really don't know what you got until you get into conference play. Well, he's going to know what he's got, and I think he already knows what he's got, but he wants to see them play together. And also, I think that's a plus on the recruiting trail. You played big games and on national TV, which they're going to be doing in non-conference. I mean, guys that are big-time players, they want to be on a big stage, not only just during conference play, but also in non-conference play, and be in the spotlight.
Miami, New York, Dallas, not a bad place to get your name out there if you're a high school / college basketball player. Richard, we'll leave it there, man. We appreciate you joining us, giving him some recruiting updates, and we'll do it again next week, hopefully following an Arkansas win against Ole Miss.
Sounds good. See you, Ty. See you guys.
All right, thanks, Richard. Richard Davenport with us here on the Morning Rush. It's brought to you by Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Great brands like Grand Design, Forest River, and Brinkley all come with a lifetime warranty when you buy your new RV from Wheels RV. 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
So I played a clip at the jump of that interview where you heard just Tom giving his best Chris Berman impression. I probably should put some context around that. Luke Kaz was with the media last night, and Tom asked him this question.
In the press box, we all knew Taylor was feeling better on that first touchdown run. It was the old Chris Berman whoop, whoop, whoop kind of run.
So you've heard Tom's impression. That's Chris's original. Big C, Tommy, I need your best whoop. And how do you whoop?
I think it's just one. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going around somebody, you fake some whoop,
whoop. All right, Big C. Whoop. Who had the best one of the three of us?
You. Does that make you feel better?
I thought Big C had the best one, but if you want to give it to me, that's good. Do you have a signature? I have crutches. I don't have a signature phrase or a signature sound. Like, whoop. Do you have something you always lean back on?
Not that I could think of.
Like, when you were broadcasting Southside games, did you have a signature? We got to go back 25 years,
yeah, that's
right?
a ways back.
20-something years. Did you have something you...
let's see. 03 would have been my last season, yeah.
03. Man, that is 21 years ago.
Yeah.
You missed that at all?
Some days, yeah. Some days I like to just do it one more time, but...
Why don't you... I was going to say, you show up as a broadcaster tomorrow, but you just dress the same.
Yeah. Do that every day, right?
Didn't pay the best, right?
Yeah. Well, this gig here paid better. Put it that way.
Yeah.
$25 to do the game wasn't cutting it. So, hey, do you want to spruce up your existing?
Too, right?
Well, you got to prove. A free Golden Corral out of the deal, too.
Nice.
Hey, do you want to spruce up your existing home or start from the ground up? Either way, check with Farm Credit of Western Arkansas first before you dig into the earth and get started. They can show you the best financing options. They've been doing it for more than 100 years. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has helped local families just like yours make their dreams come true. They can help you as well. Visit any of their 25 locations. Find one near you at myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com.
So do you prefer Tom's impression or DQ's woof or Bo's meow?
Meow.
Bo's.
Bo's.
That's funny.
Meow. Meow.
I heard him
I'm glad you're amused.
Meow. Meow.
I heard him say that yesterday. I fell out of my chair. I was laughing. I mean, like it was National Cat Day yesterday. And so.
Yeah, I heard that live driving to Harrison, and I'm like.
It doesn't even sound like.
He's having way too much caffeine. Way too much.
I guess. SEC update coming up next.
What's Your Beef Wednesday is brought to you by Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
This is the Morning Rush.
Somebody get him a plane ticket for New York City.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a fine...
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Basketball fans, it's that time of year again. The NBA is back. From opening tip-off to buzzer beaters, BetOnline has you covered with the best odds, biggest promotions, and live in-game betting on all of your favorite teams. This season, every game matters. BetOnline has every stat, matchup, breakdown, and live odds to bet on during the games. And it's not just the NBA. BetOnline has odds on everything from football, MLB playoffs, NHL, to even political props. Head to the website today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Hey, ESPN 96.3 and hitthatline.com. Have you been to Swark Liquor? Trey Gentry and his team have a phenomenal spot. It's the first liquor stop in Arkansas for our Dallas and Texas fans traveling up to the hill. So if you're heading to Fayetteville, the lake, a cabin weekend, hunting, fishing, or any other activity you need your favorite drink, stop by Swark Liquor. And check out their apparel too. You'll want to wear it. Swark Liquor, 864 East Collin Ray Drive into Queen, Arkansas. Swark Liquor, we promise to keep them cold for you.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Van. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, pool deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
On ESPN Arkansas, download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
A dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon!
Since 1984 with 3 full-service locations in Fort Smith and Van Buren. See for yourself at JODYSauto.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
But except we've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas. Trusted pool experts and your source for backyard fun. Locations in Springdale, Fort Smith, and now in Greenland. Always online at burtonpools.com.
Hi, back in your Hog Update. Taylor Green was on the Chuck and Bo show this morning. We were joking about my 56 in business law in Professor Greenhall's class earlier. He's talked about having to get by one of Bobby's tests.
Of course, learning from Petrino and all of the knowledge that he has. I would say it's definitely, slowing down. And I'm glad that we have, the iPad to help us, watch film on the sidelines so we can talk through things. And, I would say the biggest thing that's helped me is just learning how to take notes and just asking questions and just because, I have the answers to the test with Coach Petrino. So just using that, to my advantage.
We found out that LSU was a bigger test defensively than maybe a lot of us anticipated. I know for me, I thought Arkansas would be able to score points. Unfortunately, ended up only with 10 in that football game. Passed the Tennessee test, not with flying colors. Offensively, maybe a C, C-, but you did enough to get the job done. 2 of your biggest tests, 2 of Taylon's biggest tests of the season are in these next 2.5 weeks. Ole Miss this Saturday, and then Texas on November the 16th. 2 of the top 5 defenses, at least statistically, in all of college football. We'll see which Taylon Green we see. Will it be the guy that won the Walter Camp National Player of the Week this past week? Also was an honorable mention for the Earl Campbell Tyler Rose Award. Won a couple other things, co-SEC Offensive Player of the Week as well. Or will he be a guy that's had some issues against SEC competition at times this year? Hopefully it's the first, not the latter, but you never know. Speaking of awards, I also want to mention that 2 of your own, John L. Davis and Boogie Flan, are up for the Jerry West Award. They're one of 20 top shooting guards for this award. Look like Boogie could be your point guard the way he was handling the ball this season, maybe a combo guard. Got a couple other SEC guys in there that you're going to be playing this season. Matthew Morrell for Ole Miss, Chaz Lanier for Tennessee, and Trey Johnson for Texas. You're also going to take on 2 other guys on this list, Jalil Bethia for Miami and VJ Edgevicombe for Baylor. So a lot of competition that Cal has scheduled on this season and just where SEC basketball is as well.
I'm telling you, and that stories like that, being on watch lists, being semifinalists, we're not done reading those kind of press releases. They're, there's going to be more of them come up, and get used to it with Cal. That's just the caliber of team you're going to have.
Cal talked about the ovation that he received last weekend.
Well, it's happened one other time to me. When I got thrown out of that game, it was about the same kind of spirited, and but it was neat.
So I've seen him about 100.
He's not over that yet.
No. I've seen him, and they won that game, by the way. He likes to add on.
He'll remind you.
And Kenny Payne, funny enough, finished out that game coaching. I've seen him in a Razorback polo jacket, some sort of thing, probably 100 times since he's taken over and got to campus, worn something red. But I think the real, talking about getting tossed out of that game, the real thing for me, when it's truly going to set in, that he's the head basketball coach here in Fayetteville, Arkansas, all the way, 100%, is when he walks into Lexington, Kentucky, and gets booed like he's never been booed before. That will be the moment, whenever that game is timed out and scheduled. I know it's on February the 1st, inside of Rupp Arena. it will truly set it in my mind as I watch this guy hear boo after boo walking into Rupp Arena.
Am I crazy to think they may cheer him?
No. There is not a chance in hell. Let me rephrase. The boos will loudly drone out the cheers. I can't see.
You're wrong to boo him.
I don't disagree with that.
He gave you 15 great years, and I know he didn't win
championship.
I know he didn't win as much as you'd have liked or you think you're entitled to as a Kentucky fan, but he presided over 15 really good years of your program.
I don't disagree.
I think they're going to boo him because they know that they need him.
Here's what I would say. If Arkansas had USC on the schedule coming in here, Musselman isn't getting booed. No. I don't think so. I think you'd stand and applaud Eric Musselman. He was great for our program.
I completely agree. But the way that
students may do that, but I think
collectively
the level-headed fan should not boo Cal at Kentucky, and nor should a level-headed fan. And I know that's asking a lot to be a level-headed fan, but shouldn't boo Musselman here.
We're
either.
Nuts, man. That'd be fun if they scheduled that game next.
But
year.
I remember when the circumstances under which Houston Nutt left and went to Ole Miss, he was booed coming out of that tunnel, and he timed it up so he could run out as the team took the field. And it was kind of, you didn't know what to do. But is that the last time they won in Fayetteville? Might be.
Yep,
but,
2008.
When he led that team in here. So,
think about that. The last time that Ole Miss has won in Fayetteville and in Baton Rouge was by Houston Dale Nutt in 2008.
An old Muss saying that he would say, they don't boo nobodies. So if you're getting booed, you're somebody.
Yep. No, that's true.
So bring it on.
That's your SEC update here, brought to you by Burton Pools and Spa.
Yeah, it is hot tub time right now. We're hopefully going to get that cooler weather, and now's the time to get that hot tub delivered to your back patio, your porch, wherever you'd like to set it up. At Burton Pools and Spas, they take care of everything. And right now they're having the warehouse clearance sale. They've got over 100 Hot Springs hot tubs in stock, ready to deliver. Prices start at $49.99. Payments as low as $58 a month right now at Burton Pools and Spas. Find them in Springdale. They're now in Greenland and in Fort Smith on Zero Street as well. That's Burton Pools and Spas. They don't just sell hot tubs. They build long-term relationships. Look online and see all the hot tubs there at burtonpools.com.
Chris in Fayetteville says he'll be shocked if John Calipari gets booed in Lexington, in Rupp Arena in Kentucky.
There will be many that stand and cheer. I mean, I hear, but I don't think the boos are going to rain down on him. Like, I don't know if you're hoping for a wish. I don't know, but it will be an interesting moment to see how Kentucky fans react.
Okay.
To me,
and that will probably, I'm sorry, Big C, that will probably be their hottest ticket of the year, Big C. I would imagine when you get your Kentucky season tickets, that and the Alabama game are the two, and I don't know if they play Alabama at home or not, but those would be the two tickets you'd want the most.
Watching Kentucky play the other day, it just felt like a ordinary team. It didn't feel like it was the big bad Kentucky like with Cal.
Cal brought swagger.
That's what I'm saying. It's just another SEC team to me now.
Why am I blanking on what's his 96 national champion? That's their head coach now. Help me on this.
I'm doing the same thing.
Good grief.
Mark
Pope.
Was it Mark Pope? Yeah, he was at BYU. Mark Pope.
He got shot blocked by Clint McDaniel in 95, I think it was. But the
fact that his name doesn't just roll off your tongue. Cal's name, but Pope's May in 10 years,
Well, you look at the rosters that both coaches compile in the offseason. Kentucky put together a decent roster under Coach Pope, like Jackson Robinson, former Razorback, former BYU Cougar that played with Coach Pope. He's on there. They got some other guys that they're excited about. But at least from a starter standpoint, now we'll see what happens on February the 1st, which is way, way down the road. You got an exhibition game against TCU this Friday, but at least from a star standpoint, not just the coach, but the players, it's not close.
And you play twice in the DFW Metro in what, 7 days, 8 days, whatever it is.
8 days, because you play TCU this Friday and Baylor next Saturday, which on the bye week, not a bad little day, either day trip or weekend trip to go to Dallas. We got a lot of Dallas-Fort Worth listeners right now.
Well,
take advantage of that.
A lot of alumni there. So, I think Arkansas will be well represented at both of those events.
You were texting Baylor Brad earlier. My dad is going to that game. If I wasn't in Chicago next weekend,
he was texting me wondering why he wasted all that money you were talking about earlier on private school education.
Let me tell you something. That should be a beef of Brad Richardson's, is how much money he invested in that institution for it to just not not
if he had
produce
to do it
anything.
over, he should have sent you to like, Little Rock Central or somewhere, toughen you up.
Yes.
Pine Bluff.
Anywhere that like could have helped me overall to be a more masculine man. That would probably be a better thing for me, I would say.
We'll make you a man sooner or later.
Sooner or later. 29 years in, we're all.
So here's what I figure you will do. Hogs are playing down there on the bye weekend. Oh, you're going to Chicago, right? But
yes.
If not, you would probably find a wedding to go to down there. Horn in on it. Take you where you get your suits over here at Rainwaters.
At Rainwaters.
Get you a suit from. Are you going to wear a suit to Chicago?
I saw Gail yesterday. I'm considering it just to because it's our buddy's 30th birthday. No,
there used to be a day and time where you wore a suit to get on an airplane.
Yeah, back in the
but you
good
could
old
smoke
days.
on that plane too.
I was texting. I was texting actually one of my friends that's getting married at the end of December. I am all
I think
square.
that's the month that ends the year. Yeah,
I'm all.
What do they call that? Yeah, December.
New Year's Eve. I'm all squared away. Thankfully to Gail. Stopped in yesterday. I was actually talking to a coworker, Lance. Lance is going to stop by. He does not go to as many weddings as I do, nor does anyone. But him, his two sons, they need a rental.
Vince Vaughn didn't go to as many weddings as you did in wedding crashes. What do you mean?
That's true. Him or Owen Wilson. But Lance and his two sons are going to stop in, get rentals all together. 150. That's it for rentals. I'm like, I have suits because
what
I'm
do you
at
get
weddings.
for that? I mean, it's good looking
suit,
It's in
pants,
polka dots, is it?
pants, tie, shirt.
Can I get a cummerbund? Can I get a cummerbund for that?
I think that's extra. But it's a great.
I need a good cummerbund.
It's a great deal, and as someone that has had rainwater suits for a while now, these things are built to last. Gail,
Do you have a cummerbund?
I do not have a cummerbund.
man.
That's not my style.
Come on, Gail. Let's get him a cummerbund.
Gail, no. We're not. If you suggest that, I'm not going to
Match
go
your
with
pocket square.
Stop by and
Do you have
see
a pocket square?
I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to match the
which
shirt.
is it?
It's 4. We're waiting.
We're waiting.
We're waiting. 9700 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Tell them Ty sent you, and hopefully you'll get something you like. I guarantee you will, whether it's rental or if it's buying like I bought.
So-
Mercy Ball events. You got spring weddings coming up. A lot of stuff going on. Rental or buy. Get it at Rainwaters. Rainwaters men's clothing and tuxedo rental because it's fun to look good.
So
tell them Ty sent you.
You're going up there to watch Notre Dame and Florida State.
Notre Dame and Florida State.
That game is not going to be good.
Oh, it's gonna be a blast. This kid married into a Notre Dame family for his 30th. The father-in-law is.
So you're not paying for a thing, are you?
No, I'm paying for the Airbnb and the ticket.
Their
They just have
campus might be pretty cool.
They have a connection. I think this is kind of cool. Phil Elson will know this name. Steelers fans will know this name. Chase Claypool is a Notre Dame alum. And a former Pittsburgh Steeler, I think he's going to come to our tailgate, which is kind of cool.
Huh.
So I'm excited about next weekend. This is Zach Arn's old stomping ground. We're going to the linebacker, thanks to his recommendation. So I could not be more excited about next weekend.
And I'm grateful you are going and getting to experience Notre Dame, its campus, and all that. Because when Arkansas plays up there, it won't make me feel guilty that you stay here. And other people that have never been get to experience that.
I was waiting on
I won't
that.
feel quite as bad when that assignment goes to me and Big C, or me and
I'll accept, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's got to run the board, Ty, as we always say.
You know what? I do what I do all the time. I fall on the sword. I take.
You're
I
a
take
company
the,
man. Yada yada.
The entire company weight on my shoulders. I put it on my back and I carry it wherever I
And
need
what am
to.
I doing?
In
I
this
need to
case,
go. What am I doing here?
I don't. Who knows?
Yeah.
20 years in, who knew?
Who
We
knows?
still hadn't figured
Still,
it out.
yeah,
just yet.
me
Do we
as
want to
well.
talk? Brian's been on hold for a while. Do we want to
You'll
talk?
let
to him?
Brian.
Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Brian, we'll be with you in a minute.
Oh, you said wait a minute.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
How you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
Great till now.
Can't you tell with the tone of my voice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a question for you. I know that. Well, that sounds like a weak hog call.
Oh, you went there. We're not even 30 seconds in, Brian.
Yeah. Anyway, so my question for you, even though I don't really care, but I know that Sam Cookney gets a lot of credit for these wins, and without Bobby Petrino,
You mean the guy he
if it
hired?
wasn't for Bobby Petrino, which I care less about that too, I think Arkansas would be 2-6. Bobby Petrino
Okay.
Well, who hired Bobby
Probably
Petrino?
get-
All right, let's just say you're right. Who hired him? Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Say that again.
I said, well, who hired Bobby Petrino?
Your AD. I mean, 'cause
I know
still
you were
have
going to
the
say
picture,
that.
because I have the picture of a pissed off Sam Pittman look when Bobby Petrino was introduced. So there's no denying, and nobody can deny the fact that at first, from day, last year, Pittman didn't want Bobby Petrino there, and that's just, you can tell
You're
everybody
basing
looking
that
at the
on one still photograph.
Even though every single interview he's ever
Yeah.
done, he's been complimentary.
That's
of-
because
So Pippen gets no credit for bringing him on staff. None.
No, none.
There it is. There it is. Oh,
like I said, if it wasn't for Petrino, Arkansas would
What's your
be sitting
point?
at 2-6.
okay. Let's.
So your point is they'd be 2
It's a
and
great
6.
question, Big
But
Cat.
are they
Point is, Sam
are they
Pittman
2 and
still-
6?
The point is,
No, they're
Sam
not.
Pittman still sucks as an SEC coach.
Okay,
That's all.
here's
He'll be
hold on.
Texas.
Let me ask you a question, bro. All right, here I'll go. All right, there we go. Mood. Whoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
show was going well.
Hey, speaking of, that's what Berman's known for. I set you up perfectly earlier.
Is
with
my
your
line
signature.
a first class time?
Yes. I was
Every time. That's really Clint Gaston's line.
No,
I just have the privilege of sharing that.
Yeah, but I could ask Clint, like, next time we go, be like, Clint, who do people ask you to say that, or they ask Tommy to say that, or what it's like? And
I do on occasion. It's not a daily or a weekly thing, but you've been with me. People will walk up and say, hey, can you do that Gaston's thing? I love Gaston. And people come up to me all the time to tell me about their last trip to Gaston's or their memories about Gaston's. And I've had more than a few say, hey, can we not do a selfie? Can we do a video with me and you in it? And I want to send it to my dad, or I want to send it to my kid, or of you doing first class time.
Get
every
on.
time.
What's the app that
Cameo?
Derek, the Cameo.
I don't-
Derek made money off that. If he can make money off that, you can make money.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I mean, I showed you the video that one of my friends bought of Derek for his birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, if he can make money off that,
Well,
then you can make money off that.
Yeah, we're raking it'd be coming in by the tens of dollars, right?
That's more than you're making now off Cameo.
Well, true, very true. But one of the things we do celebrate and love is Gaston's, and let's go up there and do the show. Just go up there, then we'll hop in the boat after the show's over.
I don't have Clint's number.
Well, I have Clint's cell number.
Or Jacob's number.
And that's the fact. I was talking to Cheryl this morning. He's getting someone set up for a reservation. They're filling up fast for fall. Now's the time to get to Gaston's, and you can have that first class time every time. 870-431-5202. Make those memories that last forever, because you want to be one of those people that walk up to me and say, hey, it's a great memory. Had it with my kids, took my sons there. Me and my dad went there. We had, grandsons, me and my dad. It was a 3-generation trip. I hear all kinds of great stories about the experiences, the memories made, the experiences shared at Gaston's. And it's a super cool place to do that with your kids and your grandkids. 870-431-5202. Should we make it a special one today? Gaston's White River Resort, a first class time. Every time.
Whoop, 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 meow. Whoop, 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 meow. Meow. Whoop, 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 meow. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
This is the Morning Rush.
The best selection of RVs is now even better at Wheels RV in Springdale. Wheels RV has added Brinkley RVs to the already loaded lineup of Grand Design and Forest River products. See the Brinkley Model Z, the latest innovation in luxury fifth wheels. And like always, every new RV comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can camp with confidence. So stop in and find out why Wheels has been voted best RV dealer year after year. Wheels RV, 5 miles west of exit 72 off of I-49 in Springdale. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hey, this is former Razorback Jalen Williams, and you're listening to The Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're needing a used car, we've got them. Everything from the most affordable cash cars to road-ready certified with warranty. The best used cars your money can buy. And we've got a finance option for everyone, whether you have great credit and you're looking for the best rate or you're needing to build your credit with a reputable lender. We've got you. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bushfield. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bushfield. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Like me.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2022. Anheuser-Busch, Busch, and Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Clogs? Nobody wants a clog. Westark Plumbing knows that clogs are a serious issue. They can signal that bigger problems are on the way. So contact Westark Plumbing while the problem is small. Slow shower and sink drains, gurgling toilets, and outside cleanouts making a mess? Call 479-646-5151 today. Westark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning since 1993. They keep you flowing. If you have slow drains or high water bills, call Westark Plumbing and expert drain cleaning service. 646-5151.
At Our Best Bank, we believe in the power of community. That's why we recognize, serve, and support communities of all kinds. From small towns to big cities, business startups to large companies, young families to seniors, and those with shared backgrounds and interests. We value your contributions and are proud to work alongside you because every community deserves a financial partner who cares. Our Best Bank. We believe.
Have you been to the River Valley's only multi-sport facility? Then let's hang out. The Hangout in Fort Smith is the only sports facility that offers indoor tennis and pickleball, indoor and outdoor basketball, and has now added multiple soccer fields. Soccer leagues are forming soon. Did you know the Hangout also has an 8,000 square foot fitness center with bar, yoga, HIIT, and Pilates classes? The Hangout, 5400 Gary Street, or thehangoutfs.com. Fitness, sports, and more. Let's hang out.
People wonder all the time, where do I get my suits for all the weddings I go to? Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental. Rainwater's has dressed me from head to toe. So if you're renting or buying, your #1 men's clothing shop is Rainwater's. Experience the Rainwater's difference for yourself at 9700 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith or online at rainwater-s.com. When you stop by, make sure to tell Gail and his staff that Ty sent you. Rainwater's Men's Clothing and Tuxedo Rental, because it's fun to look good.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Harrod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 4th Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook, where you can check out their work.
The best things in life never change. They just get better, like Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with fries, a drink, and 2 full-size favorites. A juicy charbroiled double cheeseburger, melty hot ham and cheese sandwich, or crispy hand-breaded chicken tender wrap. Choose any 2 plus fries and a drink, all only $6.99. Hardee's Original Bag, loaded with handcrafted goodness. It's the greatest meal deal for your buck. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Woke up, hit the dial with Tommy Ty in the mix. Talking all things Razorback, from touchdowns to free kicks. Tommy's got the grit, Ty's got the spark. Together they light up the whole day like a firework in the dark. Football, baseball, basketball, they cover it all. SAT, insight, they never let you fall.
Big start to the NBA season for Anthony Black. He had a game winner, or I guess a go-ahead shot the other night. We're going to get into that as well as some other football news coming up in your Pro Hog Update.
You know, if you're looking for a place to eat after the game on Saturday, Sassy's can get you in and get you out on the patio. It's going to be nice patio weather this weekend. Hopefully I think the rain, depends on which forecast model you're looking at, but I think we're going to be okay. Going to be beautiful temperatures as far as upper 60s, low 70s. But be a great time to go catch the other games, have a great meal, celebrate an Arkansas victory over Ole Miss. Sassy's has 2 locations you can do that. The original Red House on College, also the Sassy's Barbecue and Grill just off the Weddington exit. The newly constructed, remodeled Weddington exit you can get off and get onto Steamboat Drive and join them there. That's also where Coach Cal's show is at, so you can join them there on most Mondays coming up here as basketball season unfolds. It's all at Sassy's. Be sure and order your Razor Packs for your tailgates as well, sassysbarbecue.com. Eat, drink, and be sassy with 2 locations for Sassy's in Fayetteville.
Shots to Black. 3-point shot.
Right there in the fourth quarter when he's needed to. Anthony Black has stepped up and knocked down the corner 3.
Big C, that was the go-ahead three-pointer. Magic won 119 to 115. That's where we start in our Pro Hog Update.
Yeah, we'll start with the NBA, as you just heard. That three-pointer with about 33 seconds left gave the Magic the lead, and they went on to win 119-115. Black had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block in 30 minutes played. So it sounds like his playing time's going up, and he's starting to make some big shots.
Daniel Gafford on the Dallas Mavericks, he had a decent night as well.
Yeah, he played on Monday night, he played about 20 minutes, had 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks in the Mavs 110-102 win over the Jazz. Last night against the Timberwolves, he went 6 for 6 from the field, had 14 points, also had 4 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block.
Jordan Walsh also got some action. Didn't play a lot last year, but him and Bobby Portis won each other on Monday night.
Yes, they did. And Portis had 4 points, 6 rebounds, 4 turnovers, and a block in 19 minutes played. Walsh played 12 minutes and had 2 points and 3 rebounds. The Celtics won 119-108.
What about football from the weekend?
Yelda Froholt played 66 snaps at center for the Cardinals. That offensive line did not allow a sack in the win against the Dolphins 28-27. The Lions with a huge blowout win 52-14 over the Titans. Jake Bates made a 51-yard field goal, which was his career long. He has improved to 11 of 11 on field goal attempts this season. The Patriots upset the Jets 25-22. Hunter Henry had 5 catches on 6 targets for 45 yards. Dietrich Wise had 4 solo tackles. Cam Little made 2 field goals with a long of 47 yards and went 3 for 3 on extra points. The Packers did get the win, though, 30-27.
Even with an injured Jordan Love. All right, Tommy, that is your Pro Hogs update this morning.
It's brought to you by our friends Kevin Hickey and Brad Hull at the Hickey and Hull Law Partners. They've got 4 locations around the great state of Arkansas. They're in Fort Smith, Northwest Arkansas. They're in Mena and Central Arkansas as well, in Little Rock. So wherever you're listening, if you need help with a civil or criminal matter, family law matter like divorce or custody issue, they can help you with that as well. Here's the number to call to set up your free consultation, 479-434-2414, and put their over 7 decades of combined experience to work for you and your family. 479-434-2414. Or go online at kevinhickeylaw.com.
Couple more beefs coming in. This text from Brad earlier. Apparently he played on Arkansas Tech's intramural flag football team with Drink, and he said that he is just as pompous then as he is now.
Oh,
okay.
So apparently he still has a beef with Drinkowitz all these years later. Gavin
People remember how you treat them.
Yep.
So.
Gavin Fayetteville says, my new beef is how weak Brian's phone calls have gotten. They used to be entertaining, and now he just sounds like an internet boo.
Well,
Brian
here was my question, and Brian hung up. And we give Brian way too much time and attention. But has his hind end unclenched from Saturday when Vanderbilt nearly beat them? I mean, because you can't show your face or speak your. I mean, you cannot call again if Vanderbilt had beaten Texas. We talked about that. What would we give for? And it nearly happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we were all rooting for it this week.
I bet that back door's been slammed shut for a while. Worried about that.
You think Vanderbilt beats Auburn, Tommy, and Auburn this weekend?
Vanderbilt beats Auburn. Yes, I would expect them to do.
So
that.
they beat. Let's see, VTech, Alcorn State. They lost to Georgia Tech. They're 2-2, 3-2. Beat Kentucky 4-2. Ball State. They're at 5 wins. One more win gets them to a bowl game.
And they lost to. Is it Georgia Southern or Georgia
State?
Georgia State.
Yeah.
They lost to Georgia. All the other teams they've beaten and have played very competitively.
Clark Lee would love to have that one back. Love to have that one back.
Lee.
How much do you think it was kind of a situation for Eric Musselman. How much do you think Sam Pittman is beefing with his hip right now?
Oh, I feel bad for Coach.
I do too.
Because he needs to have some kind of surgery or something. I mean, we don't know the details of it, but clearly something's wrong. And you're in the midst of the season. You can't be down for 6 weeks or, whatever, recovering from hip replacement or whatever he's got ahead of him. But I feel bad for him because he's having to live with it. But
could he be in a wheelchair?
I just
Up in
felt,
the booth? I don't know.
What was it that Hugh Freeze, he was hospitalized. They rolled him in a hospital bed up at Liberty. I don't remember all the, why he was in that condition, but,
He held the thumbs up.
Coaches have done things
during
like
the
that
broadcast.
before. Yeah.
That's not easy whatsoever.
But I feel bad for Sam on that deal because you can tell he's in pain. Hey, we are brought to you by the Fence Man, 782-3936. We'll do the Fence Man Friday picks coming up. If you're picking out a company to build your fence around your commercial property, your residential property, maybe it's an industrial complex or government job, you need help with a big-time fencing project, they can do wood privacy or chain link around your home, or they can do the biggest of jobs on a much bigger scale as well. 782-3936, the Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
One more beef. How about that Yankees fan that took the ball away from Mookie Betts last night?
Yeah.
Wide right by Torres. Betts in the corner. Does he have room? Fights with the fan. And they're going to say that it's an out and fan interference.
Watching when that happened. He not just tried to take the ball. He tried to take the glove and everything.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I admire someone wanting to win, but he jumped, then got grabbed, and I guess for a split second was dangling. What if he had injured Mookie Betts on that?
Oh,
with the way that wrist was turned,
contorted.
Could have easily happened. I don't know what happened. They didn't show it later, him being escorted out, but surely they took him out of the stadium on that.
Yankees win 11-4 against the Dodgers last night. Stave off elimination at least for one more night. They'll play again tonight on Fox.
Brought to you by APAC Arcola. Immediate openings in Northwest and North Central Arkansas. Go to jobs.crh.com. See the full list there. They can give you a great opportunity in a company where you can move up, chance for promotion, great pay, benefits, insurance, the whole deal. Jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola is an equal opportunity employer. It's been a Watch Your Beef Wednesday. Appreciate Richard's Country Meat Market. If you're getting ready for the weekend, call Richards 479-443-0000. They'll have that special cut ready for you at Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville, 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills Drive.
Phil Elson, Matt Jones in halftime coming up next. Stay tuned on ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com, and hit that line now all day long.
Hey, Hog fans, this is Elizabeth.
This is Robert. And this is Matt. And